It is the year 1054 AD, where the great Mississippi River meets the great Missouri River. It is long ago now.
I wish I could just say it. I would like to know when we will arrive.
I think it's soon. I can feel it.
You're right, you're sensitive.
I am.
Then why isn't it sewn on your cape?
Because I didn't want to be pigeonholed.
It's so ignorant, because then everybody assumes you're not as sensitive and won't know to consult you.
I just don't want to be prejudged.
Just stupid. Who's judging?
Whoops! I see the city! Oh my god! It's huge!
You're right. That's amazing.
That must be where I was told we will stay, since it's close to the caves where Sugar and the Nut will be staying.
Nice. They're welcoming us with a fire. I hope they have nice sleeping arrangements.
What are you two doing here?
Pretty convenient to show up the day before solstice and land at our altar.
Yeah.
Put your weapons down. You're a little early. I'm sorry that our guards are so superstitious. The Monster Nebula's arrival has put everyone in an uproar. Here, we're taking those boats. We should arrive in time for the opening ceremony. I do know why you're here. There's a major problem with one of the candidates. We'll talk in a couple days, maybe after the games. They're talking about it right now at the Celestial House. Hopefully, we'll have an answer by then. All the other tribes have arrived. I'm pretty excited to get it going. Tonight, we'll see the full moon and star ceremony, and then tomorrow, the games start. And now that the Monster Nebula's arrived, we'll have the monster dance too. I have heard it is spectacular. I welcome the good omen for a change. Well, at least I think it's a good omen.
What is the Monster Nebula? Should I be afraid?
You're afraid of everything, so why shouldn't it be that too?
I'm not. Shut up.
It's that giant star right above you that didn't exist a couple days ago. I guess you can't see it now. You may have a different name too, I guess, but... Wait, don't you guys fly at night?
Nah.
We don't navigate. Sugar and the Nut do that. Why would we even pay attention? Stars are pretty boring and they just look like a jumble.
How does the sky tell you its stories? I don't get it. Oh, shh. We're coming up to the city, and it's a quiet time. Since I'm the information person, I want to show you the map before we get started because otherwise it's really confusing. As you can tell, it's shaped like a falcon, and we arrived here at the head. This is where Karuna dropped us off. Here is where we are right now. Way across the river at the big bear god, that's where all the priests and priestesses live. We are going to the body of the falcon. We're going to be going by the sacred temple and through the market, and then we're going to arrive at the plaza, and that's where the games are. The falcon is divided into halves. On your left side is the sun side, and that includes all of the warriors, and they meet at the elbow of the falcon. That is the great house. The sun priests and priestesses live in the surrounding caves, which is like a huge system. I don't even know where they live. And right next to it is the copper smelt. We make all the products that we're famous for here at that copper smelt. And at the end, at the hand, is the river where all the royalty also arrives. It's a separate area, and the people people who have won in lacrosse or have won in chunky or any of the other games in the previous festival get to arrive there as well. And they have parades and everything for them. You want to stay away from the Warrior House unless you're invited and the Copper House unless you're invited. Right here is the Great Temple. And the Great Temple has the eternal fire in it. Sacred because nobody knows why it's always lit. Every 7 years or so, in all the surrounding cities, they put out their fire and then they come here, and it's a great honor to have the eternal fire brought back to their villages and towns. We have fresh new beginnings that way. And then on the moon side, we have the Celestial House, which they make all the decisions for people's vocations. That's where you are told what you're gonna be. You would do your quests here. They do quests on the sun side too, but on the sun side, they already know that they're a warrior. On the moon side, they're the ones that tell you if you're a warrior or not. Or you could be a teacher or a craftsman. And then at the hand is the celestial calendar or wood hand. And that's where all the lesser sky gods and the moon and the sun, that's where they're all represented. And they have amazing festivals. In fact, the moon owl goddess, that's going to be tonight. And it's a full moon, which hardly ever happens on a solstice. This is an amazing year with the Monster Nebula happening, the full moon, and solstice all at the same time. And then in tail, we have the Earth House, which is at the beginning of the tail. But the Earth House is who's going to be planting what, where are they going to put it, and the surrounding farmers come there and they try and talk to them. It's really neat too, but stay away from there unless you're invited. And at the very end of it, at the very tip of the tail, is the Sacred Grove. And that's where people give us gifts of their plants. We cultivate plants from there. We may get a plant from, I don't know, miles and miles away from Chaco or maybe the redwoods from where you're from. The Mayans send theirs too, but their plants always die because it's not hot enough here. A lot of times I know, did you guys bring a plant? Okay, that's fine. You probably didn't know about it, but if you do bring a plant, that's where it would go. And don't forget about the marketplaces sprinkled throughout the city. You might be able to find a copper map of the Falcon. You can also find a celestial calendar pottery. Okay, let's go.
Eagle, Falcon, Copper, Border, Force, 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 War, Defense, Questions, Power, Family, Worry, them, those people, outsiders, separation, peace.
See, that's the Monster Nebula. The fog is gone. Isn't it gorgeous?
You can see it during the day?
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
It does look like a monster.
Look, they're starting the morning dance. Do you know it? Let's go, come on, come on.
That looks like the everyone dance we were taught.
Take my hand, let's go dance.
Kahokia, it is real.